Hello and welcome to Escaping the Motorhome. My name's Daz and this is B. We're a home education, home working family who recently bought a motorhome to go on great adventures. So join us as we take the family on some wild walks, some wild and not so wild camping, explore our surroundings and try new things whilst getting to grips with living and working in our new small space. We experience the highs and lows of motorhome life. And if you enjoy our channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Well, if you're wondering what we've been up to since we got back from Wales, I can tell you we've done a bit of this. And we did a little bit of that. And we also did this.
So exciting times in our household. We have fostered a dog. So this dog has come over from Croatia. He's been living very happily for the last 4 years in a very good shelter in Croatia. So I'm going to introduce you to Iggy. So Iggy is still in foster. It's Saturday morning and someone is coming to see him this morning. An elderly couple who have recently lost their dog. I just think he's the size of Phoenix and he's going to be a little bit too big in the motorhome. Otherwise we probably would have snuck him ourselves. The idea is that in the future we might have a dog of our own to take motorhoming with us, but in the meantime we're just experiencing what it's like to actually be in charge of a dog.
Iggy was joined by River the pup, seen here, before Iggy was rehomed.
Hello all, we're on our way to... We're looking forward to staying with our foster dog River. Now we don't think he's ever been camping before, so I hope he enjoys it. I can't believe what just happened. I've got my window open because it's a nice sunny warm day and we've just gone past I'm guessing an aggregate container.
Still there.
And you can actually hear the tick 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 of the stones hitting the side of our van. There's one in front of us as well. I was just merrily plucking my eyebrows as you do, and one of them just whacked me in the eye there. That's the pesky lorry depositing stones. Gosh, the perils of motorways. Well, here we are. Now, has an on-site cafe, and apparently this is a pop-up campsite, which means it's only open for a short period of time in the year. And we're quite excited to be here. Lots of kids too, which is great for our kids. Well, I couldn't see anywhere to check in, but we'll just slowly make our way down here and hope someone approaches us. But I've already seen some lovely ducks and chickens down at the far end, so we might be able to go and see some of their animals. That's what they talked about on their website, which would be nice.
Can't get enough chickens.
Don't know what River will make of that.
Yeah, this would be good for him.
Yeah, this will be nice for him because this is a nice open field. We have to keep him on the lead because he's a foster dog and he's got our dog tag on with our details whilst he's in our house, so we can't let him escape, but we're just hoping someone comes up to us. I'm not quite sure where caravans are supposed to be. There's a van down there, maybe we should head in that direction.
Yeah, and
oh,
we're
look.
going to run out of field.
Yeah, we'll just keep slowly. Oh, there's horses over there.
The
Oh, looks a bit full of sawdust, but don't put that on the bill. Get accused of being a snob again. What do you reckon? This one or this one? Kind of like it underneath the trees. It's a bit of shade.
Yeah, but people like their space, don't they? I mean, I could go through and park on the left.
Yeah, let's go through there.
But what is that in
Who
there?
knows? I don't know. Someone's telling us to come through.
You've been spotted.
Yeah.
Over 2 years, 7 years long.
It's all right. We were like the elephant in the room, the big white elephant in the room. Hi. Oh, he's probably going to check us. Hello.
After you. Well, the lovely gentleman has just said that as we're here for one night, we can have this lovely spot just over here by this country fence with a lovely view of
Oh man, oh bless.
some local industry.
Yeah. Well, I reckon it's going to be a lovely stay. We just need to enjoy the field and the river.
And the playground. So for anyone who saw our video about can it work in a van, it was a video where we featured home editing and working from my laptop in a van and saw how much power we actually consumed. A similar thing has happened on a recent trip again, where after sort of an hour and a half on a Zoom call, my laptop has lost 3/4 of the battery and it's got about 30 minutes left, and after that I'm onto my phone, of which I can charge through the 12-volt sockets, but it's not very good for a working environment. So we've been given some great comments about packs we can go and buy or wiring systems, all of which are a little bit out of our budget just at the moment. So in the meantime, I'm using my 30 years as a sort of graphic designer, part-time graphic designer, to sketch out a really cool plan for Stampy going forward to make us a proper off-grid home ed and home working space. I've been working on these drawings, as I say, for a little while, so that might not be to scale, but I've labelled everything. It's all key coded. It's quite obvious where things are. I'll talk you through it now. So here it is. It's not on squared paper. I think I did quite well considering. We've got the system as I see it. We've got the sun here in yellow with its sunbeams coming down to the example solar panel. I hope to have more than one. The power from that comes down to the control unit to make sure the batteries are charged at a nice steady rate, I guess. I've only got one battery in the drawing that is also powered by a switch relay from the engine. I'll have to add that in afterwards. I think I've left enough room. There's B in the front, looking quite happy. Sadly, the crack that Iggy did to the window is still there. And then from the battery to an inverter, and from the inverter, not sure what size inverter yet, a little wire up to my laptop. And there's me tip-tapping away in the back there. So, you know, I know it's complicated and not everyone's going to understand this, and you might want to pause this or Google some of the things I'm saying here because it's all quite complicated. But this is version 1.1 of a self-contained unit on wheels. Of course, it's not always going to be self-contained. So I've got another drawing here. This is version 1.2 out and about. There's the sun's still out. It's quite a long day. It's not out for long though because it's the UK. Over here, we've left Stampy up in the car park, but he's still charging because he's got his solar panel. And we've wandered down to the beach. So there's me on my laptop. How am I doing that? Well, I've got a little portable solar panel connected to my battery bank. And there's B answering all the comments and questions on her phone. And I'm tip-tapping away. I've got quite a good signal. That's quite unusual. And the kids are amusing themselves, having a little swim, diving into the sand, being buried. I think I'm more concerned about him. But in the moment, this is how it could work when we're out and about. And of course, we get back to the van. This might still have some charge. First draft of our out and about situation. Feel free to give us any tips. Well, I've taken a little wander from the motorhome over there to find out what was over here. So besides the railway track, which is up high, we have the River Itchen there, which runs down right out into the Solent. The only thing is, I can't see how we enjoy the river because there's barbed wire. A lot of what looks like maybe an old chicken shed or something that way, and endless barbed wire that way. So, lots to explore still. I think I can even see some goats. Let's go and see. Well, you might just be able to spot them there. There's a number of goats on site. All, at the moment, taking a little break from the little bit of sunshine we've still got today to chill out amongst their pallet wood, which I'm sure they love.
Is it, River? What is it? Is it a very strange looking dog? River was immediately nervous of these geese that are on site, and there's chickens and turkeys over there too, which is rather sweet. You're not sure, are you? Oh, what is that honking away? Oh, you're making a honk noise.
He's also got a moustache.
Is it a grass moustache or a feather moustache?
Feather moustache.
Ah, I think they're coming over to you because they think you've got some food. I think these are guys who are used to being fed very well. Woo! He's voting with his feet. River, where's Indy? Where's Indy? There's Indy. How cold is it then, Inns? Oh, you didn't bring your net down then? Woo! Hello! Is River going to go in the river? Come on, River. Go on. Go on, go. Go and join Indy. Good boy. That's it. Big jump. Big jump. Good boy. I can't. My lead is that long, Inns. Woo! Whee!
So after an hour and a half of working on my laptop on a kind of online meeting and staring out at the old tyres, broken pallets and run-down machinery, I decided to have a little word with the owner, and to his credit, he just said, park wherever you like, I just want you to be happy. So we've moved the van to a little spot I saw just behind this hedge here, which is right on the banks of the River Itchen, where Phoenix and I are doing some racing. He's braving the cold water. I'm not so into it right now, but we'll see.
This is Daddy, and this is me.
Let's have a race then. The boys were keen to cook outdoors, so needing some supplies, we followed a path to a local shop.
You saw the trout, didn't you, here?
Yes.
So this is the River Itchen. So this is a beautiful river, and we've had lots of lovely walks on the River Itchen. But we're very close to Coldham Common right now. I saw a sign for that before we turned off at the campsite, and we're just taking a 20-minute stroll, which will take us to a local Tesco, which are always very useful on camping trips because.
It's not local.
So walking river is quite a laborious process because he suddenly will freeze up. There we go. Good boy. Yay! I like the fact that Phoenix is walking in his wetsuit so he can just jump in and out of the river when he wants to. And Essie's been playing a monumental game of football with his friends on the campsite. So he's got a good sweat on.
I'm really hot.
Yes.
I'm dying.
So we just found a little burst water pipe. Someone's taken the lid off. I don't know whether we're supposed to report that sort of thing. But you can see the erosion that's happened. It's revealed a lot of the chalk or something underneath. Yeah, honestly, the speed at which these people are going on this road, it is not a road that you can walk over very easily at all. I don't know what the speed limit is, but everyone's going really, really fast. And we just found it incredibly hard to take children across the road. We had to lift the dog to get it across the road because the traffic was just unbearable. It's great to see River walking the way that he's walking at the moment because he hasn't been, since Iggy's left, the other foster dog, he hasn't been keen to go out on walks at all. He's been very hesitant, and the second we take him out, he goes to the end of the driveway, then wants to go back and then just wants to sniff around people's gardens, whereas here he's bolted around the campsite, he's enjoyed meeting other dogs, and he's just been able to run a little bit.
So besides being on the roughest campsite we've ever seen, crossing a road that nearly killed us, treading over a burst water main, we stopped to talk to a gentleman about his dog, and whilst I was filming this fish, I couldn't help but notice the amount of rubbish downstream in the river, with little fish swimming all around it. But don't get me wrong, I'm not all doom and gloom. There's 26 to 28 miles of beautiful chalk stream which flows from New Alresford just above Winchester all the way down to Southampton and out to sea.
So we had a lovely long period of time in the field and in the woods along by the river, where he was utterly happy and utterly fine, and the second we come out to a busy road, he freezes. Poor little rescue pup is very, very nervous. There we go, good boy.
To carry him all the way to Tesco's and back. We succeeded in getting our supplies from the local Tesco's with the dog, with a nervous dog, and this guy in his wetsuit hoping to get in the stream. Just 5 minutes ago, poor little Phoenix here took a tumble, and we've got an injury. Oh, I won't show it, honest. I'll cut that from the final shot. It looks like England apparently. So
That's the second injury on a dog walk.
second injury on a dog walk. They're perilous. Oh, I should warn us about these things. Okay, I can't physically film and carry a child anymore, so I'm going to put this away. Oh yes, look out for dog poo, and try and enjoy a little walk back to the campsite where I'm truly going to relax.
River, it's a thirsty work. River's having a drink in the river. So we are on the Itchen Way. Apparently no cyclists, but we've passed a couple of cyclists, and a decidedly unpleasant amount of dog poo. Now this just looks like utter bliss, and somebody has a garden that leads right out to the River Itchen. What a bit of paradise. Yes, please.
Well, back from our walk now. Phoenix has got his magical plaster on. The boys have earned their little bit of screen time. And inside here should be a very damp little foster dog.
Hello, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, oops.
Oh, bad game.
There he is. Oops, I've let him out. Who let the dogs out? Literally me. Let's get you back inside. Up you go. Okay, so take two. River's now on a nice little lead, enjoying outside. And Mamma Mia Pizzeria is in. What's on the menu tonight then, darling?
We've got burgers, and that's about it. We've got, oh gosh, sorry, it's a bit controversial. What's the word?
Okay, so a few subscribers.
I doubt it. But yeah, just burgers and salad and buns. We really probably should have got some more food. But yeah.
And we've got a little bit of fizz to celebrate something after dinner.
Oh yes.
But we'll tell you about that in a moment. Yes, as we sit here after a rather lovely burger and listen to or count the planes going by and watch the sun going down, I've noticed in this light a lot of streaks down the side of our poor old Stampy, which I think are little battle scars from our Welsh travels. Hopefully it's just dirt and it'll rub off, but we'll see. Stampy needs a good old clean, as do you. Well, that was a busy day. I've just been running laps around the field with a 6-year-old.
And I've been running laps around the field with a dog.
It's now about coming up for 9 o'clock. Our little foster dog River has finally crashed out on the floor.
It's had a lot of fun.
Yeah, 2 of the boys are up in the bunk reading, and one of our boys, the shyest one, is actually still out playing football with a bunch of kids out in the field, so that's great. We have a little celebration, so we're celebrating with Kylie Minogue.
You wish.
Courtesy of a friend of ours, and what we're celebrating is a little mini milestone for ourselves in terms of our YouTube channel, our YouTube stats, something we wanted to try and achieve, and we've achieved it. So thank you, a big thank you to everyone who has watched more than 30 seconds, who has subscribed or liked or commented even, all your advice and tips, even the tellings off. It's all good fun and we're enjoying it, and it gives us the energy to want to do more, which is great for us and for documenting like fun that we do with the kids for future as well.
Yeah, it's it means the world to us. We never expected when we first started the YouTube channel to get a following, and to get a following quite quickly. So we feel quite chuffed and quite humbled, and we really appreciate it. And for those of you that watch that don't subscribe, we really appreciate you to come along and subscribe and join us on the journey. We're hoping to do lots more travelling around.
Certainly will do, we will do, yes. And so without further ado, we're going to celebrate.
Hope I don't break a motorhome window.
Oh my god,
Where did that go?
that just hit the ceiling somewhere.
Kylie's feisty.
Oh, this is the only time she's coming on this.
Inside that bottle.
Yeah. It's okay, nothing to see.
Well, I can't see the cork, so I can only presume it's punctured a hole through the...
It's landed down there.
Poor old River, he's still sleeping.
Luckily it didn't hit River, or we'd know about it.
Actually, Daz does all the hard work. He does all the editing, and I just go in and go, change that, switch that round, do it like that. So
It's a team thing. It's a team thing.
I'd say 80-20, 60-40. Cheers.
Cheers.
And cheers to you.
I don't want to say what I think
No.
about the taste of Kylie Minogue.
It's delicious. How you feeling this morning, dear?
All right, considering Master Phoenix was up just after midnight for a wee, and up at 4 a.m. what was he discussing with us at 4 a.m?
Oh, some
had a
dream he'd
nightmare.
had, yeah.
Nightmare. Whereas this little boy was golden
Yes.
last night.
Yeah, he settled right into motorhome living.
Yes, there was a bit of a damp start this morning, and I don't mean in there, out here, but it's
Oh dear. Did you see a bird?
it's a doggy friend.
Ah, morning. It's okay, River. Oh dear. You saying hello?
There's a
Oh.
mixture of sounds there. So it's been a success so far, hasn't it? I mean, it's an
Yeah.
interesting campsite.
Yeah, I mean, we're in a field, that's nice, and there's a river next to us, but we are also on a flight path. We're next to a railway line, as you can hear in the background. And the perimeter of the campsite has all manner of exciting debris.
They did come and check.
Fencing.
They did check on us.
Yeah.
They did a drive-by last night to check that we were all okay.
It's an interesting place. And it's a bargain.
Yeah, and unfortunately there's no burger van on this morning, we were told, so for us
Hey-ho.
vegans.
Oh, that's okay, because we're going to have a Ponzi breakfast of avocado on toast.
Oh yeah.
But it's not fresh lemons, I'm afraid. We've run out of those, so we're just going to have
Bit of
lemon
mini-
juice in a bottle.
Yeah, and a mini food montage coming on. Just one more cup of tea. Actually, one problem we've had with the van overnight is this. So our little dial here, we select for mains hookup or driving. It doesn't actually run if the van's not running on battery. But on gas, as you can see, we can boil a kettle, but for some reason this doesn't change from trying to spark. But sadly, in here, nothing feels particularly cold. We haven't got anything in our freezer, apart from this ice block, but that's actually warm. So, I'm not sure what that is about. Maybe we're just low on gas. If any of you know what that's all about, then feel free to comment.
There's a delightful shot with some poo bags in the background. Don't worry, they will make it to the bin. But the bags are biodegradable. Not just degradable, biodegradable, which is great news. So yeah, we booked this campsite really so that we could give the foster dog a bit of an experience of being out in the countryside, because he's very much against suburban areas and very scared of cars. So it's been really nice to see him dashing about on the fields and wandering around alongside the river and bobbing in and out of the river. That's been really nice. But something else that's been lovely for Daz and I is the amount of conversations that we've had with other dog owners and people that just love dogs. It's a whole different world that we're not used to, and it's just opened up many more conversations, and you kind of feel like you're in a club, which is very interesting. So we've joined a motorhome club in the last 2.5 months, and now we're in a dog club whilst we're fostering.
Another thing about the van that we're trying to get used to is this type of handle. Now the kids and I initially just want to pull because we're used to kitchen cabinets and stuff having a little springy ball catch. But these have this twist, twist in one direction to open it. I don't know if that's standard and everyone's used to it, but we tend to still pull hard on it first. And what happened repeatedly is this one down here has just been pulled so many times that the catch has been pulled out of its fixing and torn itself from the chipboard. And despite screwing it back in, obviously the teeth on the screw have got nothing to grip onto, so it just keeps falling off. And then as we're driving around, this thing is flapping backwards and forwards every time we brake and accelerate. So I'm going to see if whilst we're on this campsite, see if we can do a little remote repair, find a little bit of matchwood or other to fill the hole with and screw it back in with my penknife, because I've not got a set of tools with me, and see if that holds for the journey back. I've picked this little branch here. I don't want to do too much damage, but I think if we snap a bit of this off here, I've got a saw on here too, and then what I'll do, I think, if it looks like it feels sort of strong enough, we'll just clean it up and then take a few slithers of this and pop those in the hole and then screw the cupboard back on, and that might help. So I've got some little slithers of wood here to try and pack it out. Let's just, and a little bit of wood for that bottom one, a couple of pieces, and then we'll see if we can get the screw to bite in there. Let's see how long that lasts, shall we?
You can win. You can win. You can win. Yeah, you won. Yay.
Well, 11 o'clock rolled round and it was time for us to leave. At less than £20 per night, this pop-up campsite was bound to be a little bit rough around the edges. Having said that, the reviews show that the atmosphere on site was great for kids and great for adults alike. We just thought it had so much more potential, it was a shame not to realise it.